Have you ever thought, I should really send a message to so-and-so, and then the next thing you know is the next week and you still haven't sent it? And then somehow 6 months go by. I know exactly how that feels because I have my CRM popping up reminders to follow up with people that it feels like I literally just spoke to, but when I look back, it's been a couple months. And even then, some days, I don't want to. It's really easy to say, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'm just not up to it. I don't have the right energy to do that. But that's the whole reason why CRMs exist. That's the whole reason why we're putting in future follow-up dates so that we don't lose the thread and we keep our word of mouth referral system warm. And I have to admit, every time I send a message or I look at my notes, I'm so glad that I did. Not because it's been an amazing result, but because I kept a promise to myself. And part of relationship marketing is that we have taken back the control. We can control our actions. When we post, we kind of just put it out to the universe and we hope and we pray that something sticks, that we give the power to the person who's receiving it. Are they going to like it or share it or comment? Or are they just going to read it and scroll on by and we have no feedback? Whereas when we are actively engaging other people and sending a message, yes, we are waiting for them to respond. But if it's personalized, it's genuine, and you're being curious about them, I find that 9 times out of 10, people will respond within a couple days. And if they have a really busy inbox, they do eventually circle back. Some of those conversations, you think you've lost it, but then they do come back to it. So that's the real power of what can we control. And when we focus on how other people are feeling, how we're making them feel, they really do respond in a different way than just a post that is not speaking directly to them. Ultimately, our control is when we reach out and to whom. Also, going back to how we're making people feel, I like to put myself in the perspective whenever I'm hesitating. How do I feel when that friend from high school reaches out, even after a year, and says, hey, it's been a while, we should grab a coffee? I feel thought of, I feel seen, I feel honored that they did circle back to talk to me. So that's the kind of feeling that I'm trying to give when I am speaking to someone else in their DMs or picking up the phone or sending a text. I want them to think that they are special, because they are. I have actually genuinely thought about them. Sometimes the CRM triggers my memory, but I still do think about them before I am writing my note or sending that text or picking up the phone. So trying to put that same energy, that positive energy, out into the world. And if you take a moment and think about someone who, maybe I should reach out to so-and-so, I bet you they're going to be really happy that you did. And you won't know unless you send that message. And the most important part for me about relationship marketing is getting started. Building the habit of showing up even when you don't want to. That is filling. A lot of people fill the top of the funnel and they think they have to talk to new people all the time. I worked in fundraising for many years and they were always trying to get new donors. But when we looked, 80% of the donations were actually coming from people who had donated in the past. So we call this stewardship of our existing donors. And when you think about that in terms of relationship marketing, you have spent all this time getting new donations or making new contacts. Are you focusing on that 20% of new people, or are you looking at your existing base and keeping them warm, keeping in contact, seeing what's happening in their business, and then sharing new things that are happening in yours? And part of that process for me is I hop on coffee chats with people. And I have to admit, some days I do not want to have a coffee chat. I just want to put my computer away, maybe knit or crochet, watch a trashy movie on TV. And I do have to say, I don't think there is one coffee chat that I have regretted happening. It's always some gem that has come from it, or it just re-inspires you to talk about business with someone else who gets it, especially if you're a solopreneur or you work from home. You just need to talk to people who get the journey of the hustle, the grind when you're in it all alone. And that coffee chat is to reconnect or to make a new connection on a deeper level. You just don't know those seeds that you're planting about a future referral or a speaking gig or collaboration. Maybe even it could be your next sale. But simply strengthening the relationship, that's why I keep going. Because we all know the conversations and the relationships are what eventually lead to sales. And that's why we're all here. And if you're thinking, okay, I haven't talked to this person in a couple months, that's going to be a little weird to reach out. I don't think so. If you come at it from an approach where you're simply saying, hey, it's been a while. I've been thinking about you. How's it going? What are you working on these days? What are you excited about? I think that's where, the people buy from people. It's that human connection. I think that is the most important part of all. And if you really remember about what you were talking about, you say, hey, last time you were working on this, how's it going? Now, how's that for making someone feel seen and remembered? So here's my challenge for you today. After you watch this YouTube video, I would like for you to leave a comment below of who you're going to reach out to. And before you shut down your computer, send the message. Just one message that you've been putting off that came to mind when we started talking about this. Then come back and tell me how it went. And if you're looking to build a consistent relationship marketing habit, come inside my school community. This is what we practice every single day. Building the habit instead of relying on motivation. I'll see you in the next one.